Yeah, I absolutely loved Deus Ex's world building, and it's just nice to go around reading everybody's emails and finding out what everybody's up to. Alright, no email to Alex. Anything else? Alright, here you go, sir.
What the hell were you thinking, JC?
Agent Navarro was out of line. I had no choice.
They'll have you killed. They won't even blink an eye.
Neither did I.
Well, watch what you say around Manderley. Let's leave it at that. I've been in contact with Gunther, by the way. No sign of your brother at the airport.
He sure caused his share of trouble. I don't know what to think anymore.
I wonder what it is he found out. Why he'd defect.
He thinks he has proof of a conspiracy.
Wild stuff, huh? I'd like to hear what he has to say. If you hear from him, or if you find out where he is, don't worry about the info link. I'll erase the archives.
You think he's right?
Worth hearing him out. I've never known Paul to make a mistake.
Yeah. Alex is a
Manderley
brutal.
was tuned in when you reached the 747.
I don't know if
It really
anything
is all
in-game
over for
explains
Paul.
it, but in the official guide, he's described as a white hat that was eventually contacted by UNATCO to
I know
work
it
for them
can't be
directly.
easy for you, not knowing where he is. Just hang in there. I'll let you know if I find out something. Paul never was gung-ho aggressive like some agents. I guess I know where he's coming from. I've armchair quarterbacked my share of search and destroys.
So yeah, this isn't the first time he's had to sit in on an assassination. And if Anna is alive and you kill her when you make your escape, he specifically says, yeah, she got what she deserved. I've seen her kill way too many prisoners and defenseless people. So yeah, he's a cool dude. Mr. Carter. Uh-oh.
How are you holding
There we go.
up?
Not so good. I don't know who to trust anymore.
No one blames you about Lebedev. You refused an order to kill in cold blood. Precisely your duty as a UNATCO peacekeeper.
Manderley certainly does.
He'll cool down. The important thing is that you obey your conscience.
Right.
Tell me what you need, and I'll load you up.
Alright. Yeah, we'll take more
I'll
trank
take
darts.
the tranquilizer darts for the crossbow.
A man of tactics. I like that.
Wow, a whole 3 trank darts. Thanks, Mr. Carter. You're super helpful.
I said no more questions.
Alright. Huh. Alright, so we can't access Gunther's account yet. I think if she's still alive, this is where you get the first part of her kill phrase, but I don't remember.
Not much happening down here, Agent.
Oh, I think he gives you the stealth pistol after your first mission. We ditched it when we went onto the boat. Oop. Take a prod charger. Actually, I literally just noticed this, but apparently Anna and Gunther have to share a desk. And it probably shows how often they're actually at their desk.
We sure cleaned house tonight.
Anyway, I think that's everybody. Right. Back to Jock. Right, it doesn't know that I've been compulsively dropping my inventory just because the challenge is the only thing that makes me feel alive. I need it to hurt.
We'll miss you, Agent.
Alright, we'll drop that off outside.
Strange you were reassigned so soon after only one day.
Yay!
Hey, thanks. Appreciate it.
You know what they say about China, right? That's where UNATCO sends people they aren't sure of.
You remember that Paul had an assignment in Hong Kong at the start of the game that he came back from. That he apparently botched,
Kind of what
quote-unquote.
Central Asia used to be for the Russians. Don't get mixed up with the wrong
Yay!
triad.
Hey,
From what I
thanks.
hear, that was Paul's mistake. Well, have a good trip.
Oreo's great. She's a ton of fun as a character. She's genuinely well-meaning, And the fact that she's with Ryoma all the time means she's unambiguously a good person. But also, she does it in kind of a creepy way, and she doesn't really understand that she's being unsettling. Like, that smile is meant to be in earnest, but instead it just kind of makes her look manic. Anyway, onward.
Taking you to New York.
My orders are to go to Hong Kong.
Your brother's in trouble. You need to meet him in Hell's Kitchen at the apartment.
What's wrong?
I'll let him speak for himself. He just wanted me to get you to the hotel.
Off we go. Now we're to go to help Paul get out of the jam. Sadly, you cannot. Although I think she does pet you at one point. Or, like... Actually, I think she licks the protagonist because her saliva has healing properties. Like across the cheek or something. Like I said, she's a weird girl.
Your brother's hurt pretty bad. You'll find him at the apartment. If he can walk, get him to come with you. I can pick you guys up in Battery Park.
Alright. So yeah, we've all but defected now, and we're here trying to help Paul. Who, as Manderley explained, is now suffering from the kill switch. What that is, we will learn shortly. Aw, Paul, did you have to lock your closet here? Wanted your stuff. When you're dying, I'll get your stuff. That's how this works. We're brothers. Don't give me that look. I'd expect you to do the same.
Is this kill switch real? What's it going to do to you?
I'm afraid that's, classified.
Manderley said you're going to die.
You've got to have God clearance to know. The nanites can be programmed for exponential growth.
There's a chopper that can take us to Hong Kong. You know Jock?
First, you're the only one that can help. I need to send the NSF distress code. UNATCO tracked Lebedev to the other NSF bases, and to Silhouette in France.
Go on.
UNATCO takes payoffs. Silhouette, the other terrorist groups, they're our allies.
I'm prepared to believe you. I killed Agent Navarra, and I'll join you against UNATCO, but I want proof.
You want proof? Pay a visit to the NSF headquarters. Down in the basement, protected by booby traps, a data cube sits on the edge of a table. My report to the militia leaders. Here, I have a photograph of the building. It's a couple blocks to the west, behind the bar.
And I suppose while I'm there, you want me to encrypt a signal with the NSF transmitter. Bypass UNATCO SIGINT?
A lot of people could die. My friend Chad, for example, the leader of Silhouette.
I'll check out the facility, but I can't promise I'll help the terrorists. Be ready to leave for Hong Kong when I get back.
I'll take these. Rubber shells. Is that right? Where'd that go? Buckshot shells. Interesting. Yeah, here we go. Law enforcement tool for non-lethal crowd control. Okay, so there's a shotgun weapon there's a shotgun ammo we can use to knock people out. Interesting. I mean, that's kind of not exactly how rubber bullets work, but good enough for gameplay.
You sure you're all right?
No worse than a bad cold. What kills me is just
that they have this kind of power.
The power, yes, but the fact that it's been there from the beginning. A lot of things are starting to make sense. You remember Mom and Dad?
Your NSF buddy Lebedev says our parents were employees of the United Nations.
I think he might be right.
They would never have agreed to anything like a kill switch.
Remember, I knew them longer than you did, and after what Tong showed me, I'm pretty certain we don't have a stitch of DNA in common with either of our supposed parents.
Surprise, surprise. Yeah, Silhouette has Chad on their side. They can't possibly lose. But sometimes they need a little bit of help. But anyway, yeah, there's this behind the painting, and that opens up Paul's little hidey hole. Hey, another one of these. Sick. Any new mail? Alright, nothing else there. Okay, let's improve our ballistic protection. Actually, I'm going to grab a drink. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. I got my iced coffee here, fueled up and ready to go. Now, We do have one small issue in that we kind of need a weapon right away in order to do a thing involving Mr. Renton. Surprisingly, not going to kill him, but a weapon is needed to resolve a dispute that cannot be resolved without one. So let's look around, see if we can find something. Let's see, anything in here? Nope, still dead people. Not too subtle implication that it's been several hours and nobody's actually done anything about the place. Yay, kitty! Yeah, I'll take the cigarettes, why not? We actually don't need to resolve it right this second, but we do need a weapon before we talk to them. Because that spawns Jojo, who we actually heard about way back in the previous Hell's Kitchen mission. Yeah, they're arguing here. Gilbert's trying to get Sandra out of the business, which Jojo runs, and once we talk to them, Jojo will show up. Terrorist attack at LaGuardia. Page donates to area clinics. So yeah, this is Bob Page doing some philanthropy work, donating to... I don't think that's actually a real organization. I think they made that up. Clinics and Hospices Association of New York. But basically, he's donating to area clinics as trying to buy himself some good publicity. And we'll find out later that is not as well-intentioned as you might imagine. Why am I crouching? Alright, so we're back on the street. Not as much happening this time of night. But we can still hit some of the usual hotspots.
Yes. Password?
Bloodshot.
Anything else here? Let's check in on our good buddy. I appreciate the attempt, beggar. Philanthropy? More like philanthropy. Ho-ho! Alright, can we hack this? There we go. Yeah, there's obviously a role for charity, but a billionaire just signing a big check isn't necessarily the solution. And, I mean, it certainly helps, but... Well, like I said, we're going to find out that there's more going on with Paige with respect to this than we know. Oh, no, this is interesting. This is something that Shifter added that wasn't in the base game. There's dialogue that has Ford Schick in here. In the original, he didn't show up again after you rescued him. So now he's just kind of hanging out with his heterosexual life partner, Smuggler. Let's see. Do we have anything else in here? Oh, now this is interesting. You met me once before when doing business with Lebedev. I got the impression you were professional, so I'm going to try to handle this professionally now. I need passage out of the city underneath the radar from me and 2 other people. We're prepared to keep quiet. We're prepared to pay. Don't care how, don't care where. Hong Kong, Lagos, Paris if you can, but anywhere that's outside the country. I've hacked this terminal with an account that should be active the next 24 hours. I'll check it periodically. Decker. That's the guy from the airfield. So we didn't come across those 3 NSF troopers. I believe their names are Decker Parks, Aaron Todd, and Wayne Young. But we'll be getting periodic word of their activities as we continue.
Talk of a raid on the time. Now what do you want?
Anything for sale?
Hey, about your brother. If he's in Hell's Kitchen, he's a sitting duck.
So you heard that he went over to the NSF?
UNATCO's got this.
Dad jokes do have to have a kind of cringe element to them.
An agent gone AWOL.
They're not necessarily bad. They just have to. You have to groan at some point. You're like, oh man, I can't believe I laughed at that.
Handguns and rifles for 500 credits, a range weapon mod for 800, or a napalm canister that fits most flamethrowers for 750.
Alright. No, none of those are terribly helpful.
Not interested. How's life on the outside?
So far, so good. I'm already back to my own research.
What are you working on?
Myelin. Sometimes we can't sell prosthetics because people are afraid of nerve damage.
Synthetic myelin?
A genetic treatment. I've thought for a long time that if we could make people's nervous systems a little more resilient, we could put a good price on some of the
I go where I'm
smugglers
needed, Kirby.
collected over the years.
I see.
And yeah, Beggar gets it. There's good bad and there's bad bad. There's so bad it's good, and there's so bad you just want to forget they ever happened. That's actually kind of an interesting conversation with Ford right there. That sort of relates to the... Obviously, this is intentional because it's...
The best thing is to stay out
like,
of UNATCO's way.
When was Human Revolution? I want to say it was 2012 or 2011. Obviously, yeah, it's like a decade or so more before Human Revolution, but they're talking a little bit about the conflict between synthetic replacements for limbs and the supplemental medicines required to avoid rejection. Yeah, it's not quite that, because they're talking instead about avoiding nerve damage rather than outright limb rejection, but it's a similar principle. And obviously that was cut from the base game, so it probably isn't something that influenced it. But it is kind of an interesting coincidence.
No, it's my kidneys.
It don't get into the kidneys.
Well now.
They're infected. I can feel it.
Oh, stop your moaning.
They are. Every cell in my body.
Viruses are specific. They target certain parts.
It feels like a fire in my gut.
I think you got a brain infection, that's all.
This is interesting. These two were both from Battery Park, and they didn't show up before, so this is a conversation I didn't know existed.
You're welcome to rest here a while, if you're not afraid of the Great Death.
Get lost.
Sorry. I guess you'll have to go.
I said get lost.
Sorry.
I said get lost.
Well, you know, you gotta bond over similar interest and circumstances. Alright, so that's a passcode we might be able to use for an ATM. Yeah, I think fundamentally the problem with... Well, a big problem with the Deus Ex canon is that Invisible War painted the series into a corner. There's really not much room to advance unless you assume the Illuminati ending of
No escape.
status quo. Which by itself isn't terribly interesting, but also it gives you more to work with than the others. But yeah, the Deus Ex prequels are kind of best thought of as related to Deus Ex, but stylistically different and kind of doing their own thing narratively.
Asked us to steer people away from the Ton. This block is about to heat up again.
Right, that's one thing that kind of stuck out with me with Human Revolution, is that this is 2052, HR I think is set in 2027, and so there has to be a lot of societal degradation to get from what we saw of like Detroit and Hengsha to, again, looking like turn-of-the-century architecture. I did like the style of those games. I actually really liked Human Revolution, most of it, but it's not something that's an easy fit visually. Yeah, I think if you were to do a full-on reboot of Deus Ex, you would basically have to start from scratch. Like, take some of the narrative elements, obviously take the focus on gameplay and level design, but you'd probably have to tell a whole new tale about some other super agent. Yep. And honestly, I think more games need to do that. Rather than try to tie up all the loose ends of previous games, just go out on a limb and make something new. Alright. God, I need a weapon. Because I'm thinking about going down into the sewers, but there might be MJ-12 troops down there. Yeah, I'll take a look and see what we can get. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, there are a lot of ways to do a sequel properly, but it does run into risks of sequel expectations. Ah, shit! Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, I'd agree with that. To a point. I think there's value in taking an existing property that was popular enough and deciding to explore some new angle to it, but I also think games that are good enough can stand on their own as kind of a self-contained title. Like, if Deus Ex never got a direct sequel, and instead just had spiritual follow-ups that explored the same gameplay, I would have been perfectly happy. And again, I did very much enjoy Human Revolution. I still enjoyed parts of Invisible War, but, what was the code here? It was like 2.6 something. But yeah, I would have been just as happy if they'd kind of told their own story. 2153... 63016... 2167. Yeah. Motherfucker, I keep doing that. Making a sequel is fine, but if a game needs a sequel, if it ends on a big to be continued, then there's problems. Like, I think the example for this that was actually around the same time would be something like Anachronox, which I absolutely adore, but also that game ends on a massive cliffhanger, and it twists the knife that it will never, ever happen. Alright, let's hack you. Take that. What the fuck? Okay, let's hope this doesn't kill me. Fantastic. Alright. No MJ-12, that's good. So yeah, they kind of bailed on this area in a hurry. Cameras are off, but we can still rotate the bridge. Anything over here? Negative. And I'm not going to go diving around in the muck again. We know what happened last time. Shit. That body might have a knife. Okay. We will try once to get it. I'm not anticipating a happy end to this. Banzai, baby. Give me that knife. Oh, assault gun. Yes. We can do this. We can make it to the border, baby. We can be free from all this. Yes! Oh, man, the order. God. Like, it's such a cool idea for a setting. You're talking, like, 19th century guys with high technology fighting werewolves. That basically writes itself, and then you turn it into just... Oh, there's a frickin' environmental suit. You turn it into, like, a completely forgettable... I forget if it was a cover-based shooter, if it was like a Gears of War thing or what, but just that game just came and went. Yeah, it was a system pusher. It was like Rise. It's just the visual set piece with no real staying power. And that's a shame, because that is kind of a neat idea for a setting. Right, you probably just shot other guys with guns, didn't you? Yeah, cover-based shooter and quick-time events. That sounds about right. Okay. So, good news, we have an assault rifle. Bad news, we're not at all skilled in those. Yeah, it might be worth going up the train, why not? At least we won't shoot ourselves in the foot here.
Sick of being shoved around.
Actually, I'm going to duck back in the Ton real quick. Now that I think about it, there probably is no way to get a weapon we can give to Mr. Renton. See, the situation is, he asks for a gun to help fend off Jojo. What's that thing? 487-659-249-087. 659-9087. And if you don't give him one... 2997. Damn. Alright, so it's not for this one. Oh. Damn it. Yeah, if you don't give him a gun, he... I think Sandra runs off.
What you just lying around for?
Oh, shit.
What?
I told you.
Oh,
It's
shit.
money. It's business.
In a minute.
That's my daughter you're talking to.
I already explained it, old man. Your girl, she needs me. She don't got an education, and all you got to give her is a job killing rats.
This is my hotel. I want you to leave.
Next thing is I explain it to Lo Bruto. Is that what you want?
I'll go already.
Confucius
Leave him
say, man who takes
I don't
bullet to
care what
face
happens to me. Stay away from my little girl.
gets led by the nose.
Save my life.
I was hoping I'd run into that punk.
Are you nuts? You almost got yourself killed.
You can relax now. No more getting bossed around.
No thanks to you. If it wasn't for JC, we'd both be dead.
You want to go through your whole life with guys like Jojo? Is that it?
God, I can't stand this place.
I think you'll be happier without that guy around.
I'm leaving. I'm getting on a bus and going west until I run out of money or get to the ocean, whichever comes first.
Come on, Sandra. I just wanted to help.
Right.
I don't think she's coming back this time.
So that's interesting. Yeah, I knew that if you don't give him a Renton and let him... if you don't give a Renton... If you don't give him a gun... If you don't give him a gun and you kill Jojo himself... You kill Jojo yourself... She runs off regardless. But what I didn't know is that Jojo comes down even if you haven't talked to them. Shit. Right, and of course Jojo's got a gun we could have used there.
Oh, Jesus, Sandra. Oh, Sandra.
Yeah, I think part of the problem is that her running speed is not... Her running speed doesn't match the animation of her character, and so she looks like she's just kind of skating on the ground instead of moving forward at a decent clip. But anyway, yeah, because we didn't have a gun we could give to Mr. Renton, she runs off thinking he didn't really do anything to protect her. And I mean, she's not really wrong. He did try to stand up to him. But yeah, that's required to keep her from running off. And she would normally show up later once we come back to New York. And spoiler, we do come back at one point. But if not, I'm not sure. I keep forgetting if she will still be here or not. I haven't actually... Because, yeah, I always do. I always try to get the optimal outcome there. I kind of like the 249087. I kind of... Really? Nothing? Damn. I kind of like the structuring of their relationship and how... 497-659. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. 659, 289, 249, 087. Alright, I guess we can't... I guess this is a dummy account. Oh well. God, I really gotta upgrade my hacking here. But yeah, I kind of like the way their relationship develops in the game if you intervene and help as best you can. And it's kind of bittersweet to have her run out after Mr. Renton earnestly tried to help.
Here's a tip for free. Take cover. UNATCO's about to do a raid.
And yeah, you see that with the homeless model, or the you see that with some of the models. They kind of... I think there are others in the game that have that not really a shirt. coverage to them. It came out in 2000, but parts of this game are very definitely 90s.
All they said was, clear out, we're coming in.
Yeah, just grab everything we can. Because I think the free clinic is inaccessible.
Perfect. Someone who can tell me about the raid.
What I want to know is how my boss found out that I talked to you.
You're the investigator, you tell me.
I think one of us told him.
If I knew him, I wouldn't have to question you, now would I? Just answer one thing. Why are they closing the bar
the
and
forbidden
clearing out
candy.
the streets? What could be worse than the fighting earlier this evening?
I wish I had an answer to that, but even if I did, it wouldn't be any of your business. How about I interview you?
Once again, the
Tell me what
reporter
you
is a
got
little
up on the
more
raid.
nosy.
What's the matter? Did they
I
leave
mean,
you
it
out
fits
of
for
the
the
loop?
job, but
I'm the one asking the questions.
he's asking us more
Must be
questions
a
than he's
high-level
answering.
operation. I'd sure like to know what it is.
All right, forget it. I'll find out on my own.
Good coffee.
Place is almost empty.
So yeah, we get the sense we're just about at closing time. Actually, didn't look before. Is there anything behind the bar?
Hey, you know the Rentons, right? There's trouble at the Ton.
I already took care of that punk Jojo, if that's what you mean.
Really? He's dead?
Surprised?
I'm just glad to see that someone gives a damn about the Rentons. UNATCO seems to think they have bigger fish to fry.
He is, yeah. It's pretty strongly implied, and we find out later what his whole deal is. Let's get a candy bar.
Candy bar, please.
Cleans your teeth as you chew.
I don't know. I think that's trying, quote-unquote, typical New York accent.
So, they brought you over for the raid? That's surprising.
I'm not involved with
Yeah,
any
she
kind of
gets
raid.
all the shirt that they didn't supply
Well,
to
then you
other
probably want to stay
women
out
in
of the
this game.
crossfire. I just assumed... So what do you need? 10 credits? Anything in the house? Last call.
A bottle of booze, please.
Drink up. We're about to close.
I'm not sure. It's always fun watching yourself in the mirror. Like, you can kind of... Let's see. Oh, no, don't hold that out. Does it actually show stuff you're carrying?
Tell me about this raid.
Damn.
Best thing in these situations is to clear out. That's what we should have done
Yeah, I
earlier
do.
during the fighting.
I do pick up a little
Who are they
Boston
after?
there.
Agent Denton, I know who you are, and I know your brother. You should leave the city. Trust me.
It was good talking to you.
Now, it was glossed over when we first met her, but you'll recall that she's actually ex-UNATCO. And it's implied that she still kind of stays in contact and she has some idea what's going on here. There's about to be some kind of major operation and we really don't want to be caught in the middle of it. Anyway, not much else we can do here. Let's head back out. I don't believe so, no. I think she was a field agent. Jock's the helicopter pilot. We met him with her. I think that's about all we can do for now, until we go to the warehouse. Oh, hey.
Hey, Mr. UNATCO man, you guys going after JoJo?
I'm not going after
JC
anybody.
doing his David Blaine
That's
thing on
pretty
the stairs
logical.
there.
Him being hit out in the ton.
Jojo Fine of the NSF?
The whole street's a UNATCO security zone. That's why they sent me down here. They're gonna take that punk out and no one's gonna miss him.
You can forget about Jojo. I left him on his back in the hotel.
Really? That's it?
He's not going to be a problem anymore.
Does that mean the evacuation's over?
You better stay here until the police say it's okay.
Yeah, there's more to do with Joe Green. I'm just being coy because we do eventually come back to New York. That'll be a few episodes in, though, but yeah. Suffice to say, he's keeping a close eye on you. Anyway, nothing else we can do. Onward. So So yeah, conveniently, this NSF warehouse is within walking distance, as opposed to having to go through to find the other NSF warehouse. If I recall right, there was some stuff we could break open here. There it is. Give goodies. Yes.
I thought they were shipping you off to Hong Kong.
Had to pack a few things. What's going on here?
Damage control. The NSF got their hands on some pretty sensitive material.
Probably had something to do with my two-faced brother.
Nothing we can't clean up.
Mind if I take a look around?
Go right ahead. I don't care what they say. Paul was a great agent. I hate to see him go.
I'll tell him you said that. I mean, if I theoretically ever see him again, which I definitely will not. Definitely not contemplating any backstabbing here.
You'll need to send the signal from the satellite dish on the top of the warehouse. If you're unable to hack the computers up there, you'll need the instructions and account information Lebedev sent me. One of our agents who tried to send the signal but got run off left the data cube in a secret area below the garage. Look for a hatch under some boxes. A computer on the 3rd floor can unlock the hatch.
Oh, they did it build engine style. Interesting. Yeah, basically creating a separate room and just mirroring your motions in that room with a special rule set. Neat. Alright. That's Young and Decker again. And it's kind of implied that Aaron actually has a thing for Young, and Decker's, he's like, yeah, I know Aaron's looking forward to seeing you again. Don't disappoint her. So on top of them just trying to get out of New York, there's also kind of a romance angle to it. But anyway, we have more important things to do. There's no time for love in JC's life.
Just keeping busy.
Just justice and conspiracies.
We've got a lot of work to do. Turns out your brother was stealing balance sheets from UNATCO's accounting department.
So yeah, Paul's been double dealing for a while, and we're finding out exactly what he knows here. You might be right. Because yeah, they basically have to build a separate room. In fact, let's see here. No mirrors in here. OSP is on-site procurement. Means we have to ditch all weapons and supplies except for augmentation canisters every time we hop in a vehicle. So yeah, I have to continuously rearm myself every time I start a new mission. Now, pardon me, sir, I'm just going to reposition these poison canisters in a way that's very definitely not strategic. Alright. That'll do. That will do. You see where I'm going with this? I know you do.
The civilian authorities will take over tomorrow.
Damn. There we go.
But what's it for? That's a dumb question. No, really. What does UNATCO need with that kind of money? Just look around. Think UNATCO'd be handing out assault guns if funding was left to the UN? Well... The uniforms. If it wasn't for Simons, we'd still be wearing those little white helmets. Yeah? He's what they call a philanthropist. Axe this file? Yeah, all of it. The whole directory. What I want to know is what he gets in return. Don't you know what a philanthropist is? Yeah, like Nietzsche. No, a philanthropist. Giving to charity. Oh. Well, that's why he volunteered for FEMA, to help out after hurricanes and that kind of thing.
That's a lot of money to just give away.
Some people are just good, you know? Good to the bone.
I think it was smuggled in his stomach. I remember him having to take something to suppress his stomach acid. Yeah, that was cute. But yeah, the important point here is that Simons is also putting on a face of philanthropy, even though he has very obvious bad guy energy to him. These guys can't see it, probably because they've never actually met him. And that actually gets back to what we were talking about with the UN, how it's always how the conspiracies always assume they're hyper competent. And the implication of that line is, actually they're not. They wouldn't be able to do much except for these mysterious donations from whoever Simons represents. So maybe it's not that far-fetched after all. Alright, so we need to get in there. There we go. Switch off the halon. Now, where's that computer? Here we go. T. Jefferson, New Revolution. Okay, there we are. Ah, that's the garage area. And back down we go. Alright, now we got us an obstacle course to get to the information, because Paul was kind of a dick when he hid this. Actually, what am I doing on supplies? I can pick that. Not a lot we can do about that. I know, right? What an asshole. He actually protected important information. Alright, I could just pick that open, but I kind of want to, well, actually, screw it. I'm going to regret this. We have to use these strategically. Actually, I probably should have looked to see what skills are going. Yeah, I don't have enough to upgrade it. God damn it. Oh well. Alright, let's open these up. Be very careful with that boom, we're going to need that. Yeah, you know what, I'll leave that. Why not? We're going to want the energy very soon. No, let's back that way. Oh, interesting. Hey! I don't know. Ooh. Ah, motherfucker! I saw it this time. I saw it. I saw it. I had just enough time to react, and I did not. Damn it. There we go. One day that will not get me. There's that one there. Is there another circle? Do I have enough multi-tools? I do not. Right. Let's build a platform. Yep. See, Paul knew I was a Jenga master. So he left these out just for me. He's a great guy like that. Alright, actually, can I go this way? Maybe I'm overthinking this. I am overthinking this. Never mind. At least I figured that out before I died. Did I not move that one? Oh. I have plans for you. I open all these. Alright. Can't tell if this is a mod thing or if I'm just misremembering. Right. We could blow that up, but I know there's also stuff in here. So we're going to engage in a bit of trickery. Save the poison. We don't want to deal with that right now. That would suck. Easy does it. And... nice. Hey, there's some rockets. Not terribly useful, that. You know what? Let's rewind. We got it from JoJo. Yeah, he actually has a stealth pistol. Alright. Let's open that there blast door. Yeah. I mean, nominally he works for the NSF, but basically he's an especially well-connected pimp. Nice. Oh, not nice. Shit, I knew it. I knew it. I could feel it in my bones. Oh, hey.
You've got what you need to use the transmitter on the roof. Look around in that room. You should find records.
Oh, I want it.
Get to the roof, JC. I need you to send that distress signal.
Ah, oh, motherfucker. No. No. God damn it. I gotta find more explosives. I know there's important plot stuff happening, but there's more important stuff right now. I could have augmentations and I don't have them. This is very distressing. They do not, unfortunately. They just disperse the gas and that's it. They might have a very narrow area of effect, but they don't do enough damage to actually scratch the doors. Whee! Ah, son of a whore! Okay, we are going to have to get creative here, kids. Okay. Rewind. God is my witness, I am getting that augmentation canister.